Okay. I'm Matthew Sue, and this is a story on how I got into an Ivy League. So, there are a lot of videos like this on YouTube already. Why am I so unique? Why am I like this on the college application? Why am I so different? Why did I do the activity? Why am I so cold? They're all gonna tell you the same thing. Honestly, just watch my video. And all of them either people in college already or people that are high school seniors. This video is different though, I swear. Essays, high standards for grades, like yeah, that makes sense. But I learned so much about the college application process when I'm in college. I've realized that the college application is a lot different or should be treated a lot differently than most people think. Think about it. If everyone's watching these YouTube videos on how to get into college, everyone's gonna do it. No one's gonna stand out. Just listen to Matsu here. He knows what he's talking about. And I think the best way to communicate that is just by telling your story. So before I get into the details, I would like to tell you my story. I've been doing the things that I love since I was a little kid. I've been playing the violin since I was a little kid. I've been swimming since I was a little kid. I was a leader when I was a little kid. I hope so. I think so. The majority of things that I've been putting on my college application have been the things that I've been doing for a long time. And I hope it goes to show for the admissions officer, and I hope this was what was considered, was that I was doing what I love. I wasn't letting anything external kind of influence me or affect me. I wasn't doing this activity just to put on my application. Hey, future Matthew Sue here, editing the video. And I just wanted to clarify that I'm not saying that you shouldn't let other people influence you. Of course, you're gonna have influences, and that's good. That's how you grow. You should be doing the things you want to do because you want to do them, because they get you pumped up, they get you excited, and you genuinely want to grow and learn from what you're doing. And yeah, back to the video. It comes from an influence of previous things that I've been doing since I was a kid. I'm never gonna grow up. I'm always gonna keep doing the things that I loved doing as a child. I'm gonna keep learning and wanting to do more things that I thought were really cool. Keep developing your line of passions. Do what you want to do. Do what other people won't. So that's my story. This video will cover the 3 major things about college application. You got 1, stats.
Yeah, I've been stressing lately.
You know, what'd you got on your SATs? What'd you got on your AP scores? Did you qualify for national merit? I didn't qualify for national merit. My scores were average. My AP tests, they were okay. My scores they're meh. Well, for those college standards. Like, I'm happy with my scores. Other people will think they're bad. Most people will think they're good. Everything and all of the above. I'll share with you my scores, but let me put my hood on. Oh my gosh, it is cold. No, I look like every other Asian TikTok boy now. The good chance in getting to a good pool of applicants is just reaching that limit. So I took the SAT many times, but the most recent in the scores that I sent in was a 1520, okay? And then I'll have it up somewhere on the screen. You can see how my scores were divided up, right? So the SATs, I think, are the first step into how you can get into an Ivy, right? Like, there are gonna be people that get low scores, relatively speaking, and get into an Ivy League. But if you want your solid chances of getting in and being mixed in with the pool of applicants that are going to be considered, I think SAT or ACT really sets the bar. You have to reach this like level first, right? There's that fine line. Either you're taking the ACTs or the SATs, whatever standardized test that is in your region, that bar has to be met. Like, I took the SATs multiple times. Each time I tried something new. So I did like, I'd use textbooks. I would use just online resources. I would recommend Khan Academy. Khan Academy. Khan Academy. You're basically studying the SAT with the SAT. Sal Khan. Sal Khan. Love that guy. Love you. Ultimately, it's just practice, practice, practice. You gotta study. So I would just take a bunch of practice tests, and that's how I studied. AP scores. I do not remember the AP scores off the top of my head. My scores. Boom. These are my scores. I did self-study some of them. SAT subject tests don't really matter, but here's my SAT subject test. Extracurriculars. Now, for the past 4 years, I've involved myself in many things in high school. But at the end of the day, they're all just stuff that I wanted to do, stuff that I was passionate about, and stuff that I know that, like, without it, I wouldn't be the same person, and they definitely played a big role in my life. Because I wasn't really the president of anything too big, and I know plenty of people who were president of like 5 different clubs, and they didn't get in. So like, the biggest extracurricular that I was involved in was swimming. 4 years of high school. In fact, I've been swimming a lot younger. My little toddler, my cute little self, and just swim in the water like that. Speech and debate, policy debate, went to nationals, blah, 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 stereotypical. Cool. I'm like, 80% of other applicants now. Like, I knew college was gonna be tough. I knew I wanted to do well in college. I know I wanted to make videos like this in college, so why would I put myself in that position, you know? DECA, which is like a business competition. I started like an investment club. Don't worry about that. That's not that big of a deal. I did something called PJAS, which was a science presentation competition. That also wasn't a big deal. Peer jury. So this was basically, I got nominated, was able to go to my city's courthouse, and basically I was one of like 8 other kids in my city or my hometown, and we were the jury for a bunch of minor cases, you know. Basically, we decided what their punishment was. I hope you know that when you compare what I did in high school, my extracurriculars, whether I was a president or some other high officer position, or whatever extracurriculars I did, I hope you know, you're not doing these to look good on your application, right? You're doing this to grow your story, to grow yourself as a person, and be able to tell your story on its own, not be like, hey, I was president of this club. You have to be more like, who cares on this position, right? Like, who cares? Like, what did I learn? How did I grow? How did I, like, what does this say about me, right? Bark one more time and I'm good. And then lastly, the third and most important, I think, is communication. Final advice. My final advice. Like, you just let yourself out there. Let go. Just open yourself up and send it. Honestly, just send it. Just send it. Just send it. Oh my gosh. It's snowing. Personality. Fit. Why do you like this school? Why does school want you? What gets you pumped up? The last part of this video is by far the most important for me. Tell your story. Tell your story. You gotta put yourself into an uncomfortable situation. You have to do things that other people won't, okay? Like, it's painful, but at the end, it'll all be worth it. I'm not the best writer. I wasn't the best writer, but I like telling stories. If you want to tell a story, you gotta tell a story that you're excited about. If you want to read my college essay, let me know in the comments below. Future video, who knows? Put yourself in a position that someone's gonna look at you and be like, oh my gosh, why are you like that? That's what you gotta be. You gotta be in that mindset. And don't just write some cool worded essay like, hopefully I have a good personality. Everyone's been looking at college advice and essay advice on the internet. What people think is a good essay. I personally don't believe it's a good essay because the amount of essays that have like a similar style be different. Especially the first few words. Those are probably the most important because that just captures their attention. If you could describe yourself in one sentence that wants them to yearn for more, like, oh, what about this person? Write that. Just do that. What's more important than the writing is the story. You want to tell a story to the missions officer, what makes you so special. Honestly, the more upfront and more straightforward you are with them, like, giving advice like this is tough. Maybe I should make a Q&A. Q&A, if you have questions, please let me know. Officers want to see how you will grow in the future, not what you did in high school, more like what you did in high school will lead to. How do I fit into the school that I'm applying to? What makes my personality that much better? Everyone's making these superficial nonprofits. Everyone's becoming presidents of debate club, investment club. The more you're passionate about something, the more that you can convert that into writing, the better. That's my advice. Those are my stats. That's my extracurriculars. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Peace.
You love me and I love you. Your heart hurts, mine does too. When it's just words and they cut deep, but it's...
Oh, wait, I forgot. Peter Parker, more like Peter Park, if I was Korean. You know, stats aren't everything. Spider-Man should let you know that. Accumulation of your college application. Peace. Ah.